rock and roll.
So hey everyone, I'm Steve from the Art Gamer, and I'm here right now with the entire ensemble of the Super Smash Opera you guys played on Friday, which was awesome. So I mean, I guess to start off, let's kind of go around the room, introduce yourself. Who were you in the play?
Okay, hi, I'm Liz. I played Zelda, Sheik, Ice Climber, and one of the Pikachus.
Hi, I'm Bonnie, and I played another ice climber, Jigglypuff, and Link. Ha!
I'm Mary Lou, and I was a Meowth herder, in that I was backstage and also an MC, and we're kind of missing the other backstage person who was not feeling well today.
Yeah.
His name is Matt.
I'm Sean Van Hugt. I played Luigi, Ganondorf, and I was a Pikachu.
Right, I'm Marge. I was not an actor, but I was sort of the unofficial understudy in case any of our performers couldn't make it. I also did the sound and visuals while the show was going on, plus I drew graphics for the show and sewed most of the puppets.
I'm Jesse. I played Mario, Star Fox, and Pichu.
I'm Jim. I played Master Hand.
So this is a really novel concept, combining like video games and opera. How did you guys come to create this? Like, what inspired it?
When we were at MagFest last year, my boyfriend Matt, who the other stagehand who couldn't be here today, pointed out that the plots to video games and the plots to operas are really similar because they're each kind of a simple story that's bolstering something else. With opera, it's the singing, and with video games, it's the gameplay and that type of thing. So he said it should be really easy to support each of them by combining the two.
Yeah, that's really cool. Do all of you have opera training as well?
Everyone who sings, yeah.
Okay, and did you all know each other beforehand?
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I noticed a lot of the songs, I kind of recognize them as famous opera songs. What operas all did you cover with them? Yeah. No, I know, I think I heard Figaro.
Yeah, the Figaro from the Barber of Seville.
Barbersville,
Magic
Carmen.
Flute.
Yeah, the Magic Flute. We had two songs from that.
All right.
Barber of Seville. We just said
Whatever Funicular is from.
that one is an independent song, actually. Funny enough, but everyone thinks
Clearly
it was
from
an
the-
opera.
From the Grape Escape.
The Great Escape commercial.
A little bit of Pirate King from Tarzan.
Gilbert and Sullivan.
We did the Mikado, Three Little Maids. Became Two Little Ice Climbers.
There's some Wagner with the High to Ho
Yeah.
cycle.
The Ride of the Valkyries
Ride of
people
the
should
Valkyries.
recognize too. From the Toaster screensaver.
We did a lot of Carmen. We covered some songs from Carmen. We did three of them from that, I believe. The Toreador song, the Le Voci finale, and the Habanera that Jim sang to start the show.
Did we say Can?
Oh, no, we didn't.
We did the Can. Pikachu's died to the Can. We call the song Death by Can.
Very nice. And I know that at least one of you is from California.
That would be me.
You, okay.
Yes.
Now, how did you guys manage to practice when you're all the way across the country and
This is my favorite part of this production, actually. I was able to participate in this largely from Marge being my body double, and me sort of blocking off my living room at home and watching YouTube videos that they pre-recorded to mirror the blocking. I also Skyped into a lot of the rehearsals, so I was able to, watch sort of, backwards a lot of the choreography and a lot of the singing. I also pre-recorded my voice, so they were able to play pre-recorded recordings of me singing, so that it eliminated the lag, and then I just delivered my dialogue from the laptop. It was a really interesting experience. It was definitely the first time I've ever had a rehearsal process where I showed up the day of the show and met all these people in person for the first time, but it was really cool.
Yeah, it turned out really well. I honestly would never have known.
Yeah.
How long have you guys been rehearsing this for?
Our first rehearsal was January 4th.
There you go. It's on a paper.
But we've been, and we probably had about 8 rehearsals for a 45-minute show. Not too bad.
Oh, it turned out really well.
Yeah. I mean, before that, we were writing and doing table reads.
Yeah.
Often for a couple months before that.
We were pretty solid by the time we went into rehearsals.
Yeah.
Our first writing meeting was sometime in the summer, late July, early August, when we started putting all the themes together.
I can't remember. I think, a big factor was whenever we decided we're gonna try this, and then it was pretty much based on the MagFest deadline.
Yeah.
It was one of those things when is applications due for a friend of ours, we have a couple people we know around this area, said you should apply for both a panel and as a band, because you're not really a band, but it's a music thing. but there's been performances as panels before. So go for both. So we went for the earliest deadline, which was the band application, which would have been around July, I think, and just quickly figured out a couple songs we wanted, like the Figaro Mario, Figaro. And I think we had 3 ready to submit with our application, and then we were simultaneously writing the rest of the show as soon as we got those 3 numbers done.
Bonnie was our PR representative, basically. She kept the website rolling. She kept updating all the music, updating a lot of our social media.
Yeah, I think a big factor, like once we decided to apply, we knew we wanted to have some samples up, so we started posting a song a week.
Yeah.
And that helped us also rehearse and write things faster, and it helped Jesse a ton because we were able to get his music out as early as possible for him to rehearse to. But it also kept people in the loop, and hopefully when our applications were being looked at, they're like, hey, they've already put out 8 songs, and it's interesting.
Pre-recording the music was early was kind of essential because we had to plan our performance in case we couldn't hear the music, which happened a lot when people were clapping and making some noise. It's like, well, good thing I memorized this timing.
I have 4.5 seconds before I go, you know? Yeah.
And I noticed puppetry is a huge part of this performance.
Yeah.
Could you guys like actually get some of
Yes.
the puppets and so the camera can see it?
Well, I didn't think my jig-
And there were so many of these guys, like puppets on stage at a time. At one point, there was a whole Pichu battle with Jigglypuff. I'm really impressed by the master hand mechanics you had going on there. Like,
You jiggle it.
how long did it take you guys to put these puppets together?
Marge.
Oh, it was all you?
Well, I didn't make the ice climbers or the master hand, but all of the Pokemon and like the ice climber mask faces were my, and the fire flowers were my doing, and also the stunt crate, which is in here, that we had to bash Sean's head in with. That was completely made out of foam and just a little cardboard to keep it steady. So basically, I had some designs for puppets, but I didn't really want to commit to working on them until we received our MagFest acceptance.
Yeah.
So I was like making little bits and pieces, but only the parts that I could afford to work on if the show didn't happen until another convention or something. So then we were accepted about a month before the show. And one of my big problems was we had like little Pichu like this, and I had some designs for puppets like this where they had like separate heads but no movable mouths. And everyone said, well, since this is an opera, Pikachu really needs to be able to open his mouth as we sing. So it took me a long time to get the Pikachu design correct, and I think it took me maybe like 2.5 weeks to finish the Pikachus, and then everything else was finished in about 2 days.
Wow. That's really impressive. I guess, like, have you guys worked with puppets before? Is this kind of like your first real experience with them?
First for me.
I've worked with puppets before. Am I the only one who's done stage puppets before?
No, I've done something.
Okay, so I guess Marge and me are the puppet peoples. Like, I recently did a puppet design for Magic Flute. We had to make a 30-foot long serpent that comes out in Act 1, Scene 1, and tries to eat the hero and then dies. So that was my most recent puppet, but I used to work for like a group called Squonk Opera, and a lot of their stuff was stage puppetry and live music. So I actually I used to have to work on a giant hand, just not that same kind. But for like 10 years ago, there was a company with a hand that they wore on their face. It was really weird. I like this one a lot better because it's more terrifying.
I'm impressed by the fact that you can like move the individual fingers on it. Is there like a lever inside or something? Or?
Yeah, so basically all the fingers are spring-loaded, and there are strings that are looped onto my fingers. When I pull the string, it goes down, and I let go, and it pops back up.
Yeah.
That's really impressive. How big fans are you guys of Super Smash Brothers? Like, was that just a staging for you guys, or are you just really big fans of the game itself?
Well, here's the reason why we picked Super Smash Brothers is that the original concept for a video game opera was to take a straight up opera straight through and just convert all the characters into characters from a single franchise. But then we realized that it's not as much fun because we didn't have the right voice types for it for any particular show. All the shows were kind of unequal in characters that we could pick from, which is great when you're trying to grow your cast of talent, but not so great when you're all traveling together to do a big project. But Super Smash Brothers is great because you have all of the heroes from all of the franchises.
Yeah.
And we could design a story around it, almost sort of Hunger Games style. That really has some drama, and nobody's left playing, Toad.
Yeah, no, I was really impressed with all the heroes you had in there. No one likes Toad, forget him.
There have been requests for Toad to also be in the show, if we ever do.
But he's not in Super Smash Brothers.
There's been fans pushing for
He
him
sort
to
of
get in
is.
the game for
Yeah.
years.
That's
He's
true.
a shield.
Yeah.
You guys obviously had a pretty successful run for your first time here at MagFest. Are you guys going to go to other cons? Are you going to stay, try and apply next year for MagFest, do another opera, do a repeat? Like, what are your plans for the future?
Well, I think we all would love to be asked to be back again because this was really fun. And we did write this specifically for MagFest. Like that was where else would this work, sort of a scenario. We are looking at least for the Pittsburgh, like the 85% of us that are local to Pittsburgh are gonna be, I think we're not officially, but we're probably, by this time this goes up officially, going to be performing at Confluence, which is a sci-fi con in Pittsburgh in July. Because they like parody skit shows, and we're kind of a parody skit show, and they
Close
asked us.
enough, yeah.
And otherwise, we haven't made specifics yet, but we did talk about maybe releasing a web series.
Yeah,
There's been requests
discussion
for
about
that.
that. People want to see them kind of polished up on YouTube.
Yeah.
No, I can see that. I would definitely watch the hell out of that.
Green screened and whatnot.
Also, then the puppets can get some up close, not 20 miles away, close up action. Because Marge put a lot of work into these, and it'd be nice to see them like here. Yeah, and I don't know, we're talking about maybe collaborating on expanding the music a bit, maybe some live instrumentalists in the future instead of all pre-recorded. So, I don't know.
Yeah, it was great how many people we were approached by after the show who were like, I play such and such classical instrument, and I would love to
I'm a
play with
cellist,
you guys
please,
next year.
please
Yeah.
call me, and we're like, oh my goodness.
So,
Yeah, that's actually something I've really found about MagFest is how open and friendly everyone is here. What are your experiences with MagFest so far? Like, what do you?
This was our first. I know my wife and I.
And Marge, too.
So literally, like, we were out in the hallway just handing out business cards, just going shameless self-promotion. Come see our show, and then we perform this. 1 million people show up. We get to talk to them afterwards as a panel. And then I go see panels and shows. So, it's weird seeing, Ego Raptor and people like that and be like, oh, I was up there. I know what that's like. No big deal. It was completely backwards, but it was amazing. I really loved it.
Well, and you're a voice actor, so this is a really cool.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm making friends with everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was that voice acting panel, I think, yesterday.
Yeah, I
Did you
read
go
to
to that?
them. I got to make some contacts with Team 4 Star, so I'm head over heels. I'm really happy.
Well, thank you all for agreeing to this interview. I'm going to put this up on the web as soon as I can. Guys, this is Super Smash Opera. You can check them out at, supersmashopera.org?
Com.
.com. Supersmashopera.com. They have a YouTube channel as well.
Twitters.
And Twitters and Facebooks.
Yeah.
All that good stuff. Make sure you check them out. I'm going to put links down in the thingamabob below. Thank you guys very much for watching, and thank you guys for participating.
Thank you.